I have a question for you. Are you getting any relationship ROI? I'm thinking about long lasting connections in your sourcing business that drive better business and more consistent business. So, really, it boils down to the difference between how deal packages and property sourcing agents operate. So, deal packages find deals. They keep finding deals and then they keep finding a new investor to sell those deals to. Whereas a sourcing agent builds relationships with a few investors and supports those investors to build portfolios. So, sourcing agents actually build long term relationships, whereas deal packagers are constantly churning and finding deals and new buyers. Are any of you beginning to grasp the benefit of working with just a few investors that you've built a relationship with, that you know each other, you know exactly what they're looking for and how they will assess it? You have built that trust relationship up rather than having to constantly find new unknown buyers for each and every deal. It doesn't matter what your business sells. It could be the same for any business, not just deal packages and property sources. It is much, much easier to sell multiple products to one person or the same person than to constantly keep trying to find new markets to sell to, because the sales process is built on trust, and trust these days takes a lot longer to build than it ever did because of the way that we live and the way that social media works now. So, building a relationship with a few investors and just working with them over a longer period of time. And as you're coming up to having completed a portfolio for one of them, you onboard a new investor to replace them. So, you're not working with hundreds, you're working with two, three, or four, depending on what you're doing and how much time you've got. You build up that trust, you build up the longer relationship, you are selling multiple deals to one or two individual investors, and therefore, because of that, you get that better ROI, that better return on investment from that kind of relationship than you're doing deal packaging where you're just going off and finding a deal and then trying to find a new buyer, because it's all about how much do you value your time. How about selling 10 deals to one investor over a 12-month period rather than trying to find 10 deals and 10 new investors? That gives you a much better ROI on your time, which I hope you consider to be valuable. So, those relationships and the time that you spend on them will lead to a lot more than just your ROI. It leads to increased efficiency and therefore reduced costs for you in marketing. And don't forget, your time has a cost. It will increase your income and also your profitability because you'll be spending less time but finding and selling more deals for one individual person rather than fighting the market to find new investors all the time. It increases your reputation and your trustworthiness. People will build trust in you, and that is how you will get recommendations, word of mouth, with investors waiting to be able to come on board with you. And that's just a few of the things that make working with just a few investors and building portfolios with them much, much better than trying to find a new investor for every deal that you find.